I ate some hot potato chips and my stomach feels weird now. Ugh. Oh yeah, I made some cheese mozzarella sticks. To tackle this after feeling exhausted. It's always good to start like completely destroyed and then go into being more destroyed and staying up late. So we have this end of file error. Yesterday, maybe a little bit off stream in the morning, I did fix a few things and tried more things out. I've noticed that it is probably a preprocessor definition that I need to repair. I think I do need Steam API because all I'm doing is resimulating what the other header file says and just making things correct here. I didn't explain a lot of this yesterday. I've read the API online on the docs a little bit, and I've read it before, and on the docs I've read before, and I have like the web API calls, but I really want this to kind of just download this off the cloud from Steam. Eventually I will force this to work, maybe in 2 or 3 different ways. One is just run it completely off my server through MySQL, and probably want to stream that. It would be nice to get all 3 to work, but I'm going for the economic approach, which means I spend as much less money on server costs and just get the thing up and running and publish to Steam. Because you could pick up free furniture on the side of the freeway and you'll be richer because there's P, but you don't have to pay. And the P is free too. Yeah. Well, okay. So I have some item definitions. As I fix this, I'll slowly start to compile. Okay, so I decided to have 128 by 28 items. So trade items, load item definitions is really what we have to call, I believe. Let's see what inventory says. It should have the call. And I commented it out for a second to see if it was anything in this code. It wasn't. There's no curly brace error in my code. Get all items. Basically, we can try to call that. I'll save that for now here. Do I want to load up the docs? I really don't. I'm a little pissed off. The header file doesn't work yet, and I just want it to work. And yeah, here's my item definitions. Now the custom properties and the random drops, I do want that to kind of get that to work too. So I like the fact that I don't have to have anything server side doing that. What I don't like about it, it's so categorically prominent Steam, like this modify items, like all these cool advanced calls that can be made. Technically Steam has it all. It doesn't have every aspect, but like if you implement Steam all the way to the T, yeah, you'll be an inventory expert anyway. So this gets the items, gets all the items, gets the result items. One of these calls, like load item definitions, makes sure that the callback came back. So I guess it works through an RPC type of a thing. Really, I know what it's doing. It's just calling curl, returning the data in some C structure, and just reading it out of the buffer and deserializing it for us. Through like a prono buff or something, whatever it uses, because that's what TF2 uses as a weapon. Steam API just copy paste itself. Now I know I have the TF2 source code, and I could try to do it that way too. It's actually like the 3rd way or the 4th, but whatever. I just want this simplicity to work. Just like load the item definitions. We don't even have an item yet, and then we'll worry about what we have. But it doesn't work on this because the DLL is different. Now it could be different. There could be an approach where I can load the Steam library in a separate DLL and have that DLL load a separate Steam API DLL. Now, wondering what that would do in terms of Steam detecting that, but I don't think it should. For it, it'll just seem like the same client logged into the game twice, which might be bad. Or we do it this way and it works by some miracle reason happening. Okay, a Steam inventory definition update callback trigger whenever an item definition is updated, which can respond to load item definition or any other instance request definition on the server. Now, my problem isn't like understanding this really. I should also go look. I should also reboot it. Maybe I'll do that here in an hour or something. But I have to like attempt to do this again just so I could recall what I was kind of like really quickly doing last night. So the Steam game server, it doesn't have that really. I know because what I've done is I've just searched. So when I search that, I see it once, right? But when you search Steam API callbacks, you'll get it twice, which means it's already in the cylinder. The gas is in the cylinder in this one. So it's already defined. So, but this one doesn't have the, then it has these register Steam API callback. So it begins this cat and mouse game of the infinite well of what do I do? See, here I comment this out because I know it's defined over there, so I don't want definition. Okay. Now we have this here. I'm just seeing which one of these hook. Which one of these hook functions? Alright, so this repeats again. I wonder why it's not erroring though, because of this. So what if I remove this? Keep the game server. How would that do? The game server should actually be on the server side, but no, that conflicts with the other one. Alright, so I thought it was like I need to just do a pre-processor definition thing here. See what happens when I compile it. Did make a change. Alright, so unresolved external. It wasn't that really. But it still kind of bugs me that it has two of these. Okay. What if we just put this around this? Kind of this API gem. See what these macros do, but it's not sending me anywhere. So it'll include all that, then it'll include this and here. It seems like it's just like a curly brace error somewhere. Would I need to actually instantiate it here too? Maybe. Maybe I have to put the H in here. Meaning I put Steam inventory in here, maybe at the end. Steam client public. It says Steam types and Steam client public. this has Steam types and Steam public also. What if we rip out this internal crap? But we need these enums. Try a few guesses here. I don't think that's a good guess. Yeah, they just created problems. Okay, get some food. So it calls this crap, but it's not here. Okay. I'm probably going to break this. Oh well. Seems like the way it works is a little different. It's completely different. This internal does not have some of the same things. It has inventory. Okay, so this is the 2 files we added. No, these are the 3. Steam inventory, Steam API common, and API internal. Okay. And there's like the Steam client public. What the hell is this shit do? I'm just like looking for this. Alright. So this class in this particular instance, creates this context, super global, and here it doesn't really do that. I would like to open a Steam API.h, Steam API internal. Even if it has it, oh, it does have it. The Steam API.json file. What's this thing for? What's the crap in here? Seems to be a little more updated than the other one. Alright. Yeah, this one will have inventory in it. Interface check versions. Inventory interface. V3. See, where does it say this? Steam API initializes here. I'm guessing we should initialize it here, but we just needed to fix the error, but it won't work without initializing it here. Add it here. We might have to make the jump. What would happen if we included that here? It'd be easier to just maybe rebuild it or not. Because it already uses some of the Steam API for certain things. Maybe screenshots, HTTP. Most of the calls should be practically the same. The HTTP request would be easy to fix. I don't know what Steam Unified Messages is. It's probably some sort of socket messaging server. Controller, I think, is the gamepad. This is the workshop where users uploaded stuff. Screenshots, remote storage, and what's the difference between these two, really? What would happen if we just did include Steam API inside of Steam API? I should start writing comments in a lot of these places. This is not code really supposed to touch this, but whatever. What would happen? Uh-oh. Well, we did get some macro redefinition errors. It has to recompile everything. Okay, cool. Doesn't look like it's too bad. No object file generated. We still get this stupid error though. So it is something within the inventory that it's... Yeah, we need to uncomment this. The source SDK one does not have auto hook. No, it does have auto hook. It doesn't have callback off, set off. So I guess we keep everything except for callback offset of. And GC callback 4 and callback Steam game server. Like some, it's weird because the source SDK has some, no, other way around. The Space War has the but this gave a different, like if I compile this with Clang or GCC, I would get different results. So kind of the goal, no, it didn't fix it. Unresolved external, Steam API context reference and Steam Light on inventory. So we have to call this like differently. Unresolved external, Steam implementation, finder create interface. So we have to figure out how it's going to do these two things. But what if it, there's still some sort of problem with this file. But if I bring that back, I probably won't get these 2 errors, will I? What if we just uncomment this? Since it's at the end, it's just like a guess. Kind of a good idea though. Yeah, it's caused errors. It means this crap or whatever. Something is being defined here. Yeah, it's using it here. Student array count. We need this crap. It's not here. We don't have this thing. Let's try this. That crap is over there though. But one of these needs to be here, I guess. It's getting pissed. Still has this dumb error. More errors. It's the same as it was. Now it's getting different results. What the hell? It's not exactly the same. This wasn't commented out, and then that was commented. I knew this was going to be like wire entanglement problem. When it wants to find this, so it can call it later with this. Interface successful. The problem with this one is that it's a class, it's not a flat interface. Nope. Alright, where does it want to find this? In the beginning, right before that, we'll just call that thing. It's a stupid search. Let's type on in front of me right here. Steam internal INIT context. INIT Steam inventory. Just use star and search the entire SDK. Fuck it. It'll find it within the DLL file, it should. I would reverse engineer it like I was trying to do with something else. Uh-oh, didn't find it. It is made by a fucking pre-dev preprocessor. But I mean, it's being generated by preprocessor. Inside of Steam inventory, class Steam inventory. Find the interface accessor. What's this thing? Uh-oh. So when the Steam launches and initializes everything, it's not the same. It's using it as a class. We have to get rid of this, stick it into the class, but it won't work. It's like the wrong DLL. Okay. Confusing. Why would I do it like this anyway? Where is the definition anyway? I had it before. That's the funny thing. Like, you start going in circles here. It's like whatever I searched like 2 things ago. It's like this thing that's causing it to happen. So if I uncomment this, it should point me to the place that's trying to instantiate it. Not instantiate it, but like access it. Let's see. Okay, this is the thing. What if we get rid of this? Is this the thing I just uncommented? No. What's this? We get these interface initializers out of here, global accessors. We won't be able to access it, but so we've broken it and fixed it or something. We still have that error. What does this say? Okay. We don't have the accessor. So, let's create the accessor, I guess. Try to move this into this again. Is it already in there? Yeah, it is in here. Okay. Like, I knew that the flow would lead me down this stupid path. Then what we have to do. So this is the callback register. Registry. It's ready registered. The registry for registering all the functions that are going to be passed back and forth. Now here is where we want. Now the other one is after HTTP, I believe. I don't know if the order of this matters. Maybe it does. Pretty sure we're going to get a crazy DLL alert. I should copy paste this, but I don't know if there is a place I can copy paste this from. That'll be our accessor. We still have to initialize it though. So return the pointer. Seem to be doing it right here. Like I thought I was going to do this anyway, but basically it's setting up it as a class, a variable, or a class of a class. It's an instance or an interface instance of the DLL structure memory thingamabobber. Thing. And then I don't want to throw out like legal terms like or illegal terms like I forgot, RCP calls or something, or C++ DLL to export CDL things. Okay, so we have instantiated it to null. Now we really need to instantiate it. And we will put it, I guess, here. I should have been commenting all this. Steam client get, and this is where we're going to pitfall. Steam inventory. It does have it though. Huh. Alright. So let's pass in all the same shit, except we have to specify our interface name instead of HTML surface input inventory. If we spelled it wrong, it'll tell us. Okay, we spelled it right. It should be v3 inventory. Yeah, and it points back to this file. Okay, so we've instantiated the Steam user and the Steam pipe. And if is, we do want to set a breakpoint here too. What else do we want to do? Can we send a developer message here? I guess we can't for now. Just don't worry about it. Let's just build it. We will need to call up iSteam context. And the way you do that, it's like, let's go back into this file. You would just say iSteam, I believe. This is a specific resource SDK. Or Steam or something. Come on. Let's just open the TF2 code. So, alright, so let's say we had, I did do this for the CrimeWars VPC project. I don't know what got messed up on this. Something did though. Maybe I should restart this project on SE, or convert SE to this project and then build on top of that. I don't know. Like I was thinking of like what the best way to start was. Again, I could just like revive my own project and just say screw all that too. But then you get all that spam in the console. Achievement duration. Steam context, I'm sorry. So it'll exist and it'll be called as Steam user stats. For example, it's paying indicate progress, achievement progress. That's been done on the client side. So it's already a global. So Steam inventory, I guess. Now, whether or not we'll just get like a crazy DLL error if this runs, we'll be up to like by this knowledge and the fact that the DLL for this is completely different. So we'll just take this, copy paste it, add this pointer thing in front of it, and that's it. The Steam Context API pointer. And then just do same here. Don't even worry about that. And that should print out our items that exist, not the items of the player, but the items of globally the world. The thing is, it's better to get the items of the player and only list those. So you don't have to like loop through all the items. If you have a million items, you don't want to just preload them in the beginning like TFT does. And they could. So it compiled. So it was just that. Oh, wow. Wow. Because, let's see if this works. After this, I'm going to go take a break and then have some fun with Source, like do something like just classic. And if this doesn't work, we'll just do something classic and implement the other way. Without this stupid Steam context DLL madness. It's running. I pray this works. Moral asserts. Please work. Please work. Okay, so this, it's not in the right place. I don't know why I didn't fix that, but okay. When we hit the button, get items. Can we do this manually? Like, no, unknown command. There's a button here somewhere. I can't see. Crap. And the problem is UI. It's like, oh, and I can't believe it's UI. Because UI, this stupid platformer thing should have moved. I thought I moved it last night. Damn it. Like hallucinating of a hallucination that I remembered and recalled. Probably. So it creates this Avatar 2 panel. It's like all it needs to do is like send it to the back button. So I remember doing something like this, but yeah, and then just set it taller. Or just send it to 250. How big is this shit? Let's make it 300 by, well, 420. By 360. Some sort of Quake resolution we had back in Quake. If you ran at 320 times 280 or 240, you were like balling. If it was 30 frames per second. I need to try that on the Raspberry Pi. Like I miss working on Android and Raspberry Pi. I like trying to do this type of crap. But I've actually gotten the stupid raycast, but I need to do the raycast for real. But I'm not using GLM, but that's sort of for real. But I have the notes on how to do it. Like I've tried to do ray triangle or ray plane intersection, and I wrote like 20 pages of notes, or maybe 10. But at least I have those notes. Alright, get items. It didn't do shit. At least we fixed this thing being over here. Why does this say see main panel inventory? Hey, what's the name of it? We needed to do another Steam function here. So we kind of call the Steam API in different ways. I actually made a lot of these submenus, like this Friends interface panel for Steam API. That way we could test. I was just going to copy paste everything out of Spaceport, and I recommend people do the same for their game or source SDK. Whatever engine you're in, it doesn't really matter. Source SDK is like a special case, because you saw why I had to do the header file, and now it's not working. So we know that this didn't work. Let's run in debug mode. And then I'll get my name and however you display the avatar. Yeah, I should display the avatar, display my friends' avatars. I mean, their profile thumbnail pic. It'd be nice to get the profile thumbnail pic onto a in-game texture too. Be like, okay, this guy built it, and like when you hover over it, and your little like UI down there, it just tells you, or on the HUD UI. It's actually the same thing, but you have to think of it differently because the code says so. I don't know how I didn't just like edit the code by accident right now. Just one, I've hit like 1 or 2. Maybe the AI just knows what I'm going to do. Okay, inventory. Alright, get items. I know it called it because I saw the... Alright. In result 4. So it did get crap. Item details none, 0. Item details. Item ID. Get all items. Item result 4. I believe it recycles some of these variables, which is kind of bad. Now, yeah, there's 0 details of 0 items. Why though? I know why. Alright. We are going to have to make another Steam API call. But I don't think this is a really API call. It's more like a raw... No, we should create another label. Source mod app ID source mod name app ID will be called this label. It will contain a char CZ. Do we want to do all the formatting here? Oh, who cares? Mod app ID. $512. I like $512. Sprint F S. I think we need to use Q or V sprint F. No S. That way it's like cross-platform compatible. Underscore safe, not underscore S. Okay, underscore safe. CZ mod app name. $D app ID. How we find this? We just search the entire source code. Get app ID is part of Steam context. So Steam API context app ID or get app ID. What was it? Yeah, get app id. It is the id, and it's an unsigned int32. What we need to do is call Steam apps structure, then get app ID. Yeah, app build ID, app installed there. Yeah, let's just get all this information. App build ID. What kind of return is this? It's an int. Okay. Get launch query param. Get app owner returns the Steam ID of the original owner at different from current user. It's borrowed. Okay. So we'll just copy paste this here. Take this and space D. I don't remember if D or I is unsigned, but it'll still work for anything where the sign is higher. This is the same representation. Okay, why is it not a number? Client Steam API context. I did it wrong, so get connected universe. Steam ID local player. How do we get Steam ID local? Oh, get local user Steam ID. We might want that too. Just pass to our HTTP server. Steam utils. Steam user. But Steam utils will also give local. Oh, local gets set from this. So this is a client context file thing. All right. But what we want their fucking app ID. I don't know why I'm going into all these other things. It's okay though. This gives me a good reason to just say cuss words while I'm coding, and it just makes me happy. Let's just make that the reason. And I did it deliberately, of course, intentionally, on purpose. Because it's just like the flow of this. Okay, so what it really is Steam user. So do we need Steam context in front of this? I believe we could do either or. No, we just do, huh? Oh no, it's Steam utils. Pardon me. Yeah. Okay, wow, I'm a genius. I finally did it. Okay, build app ID. Build app ID. Like, we want the user to kind of know our build changed. It'll just be our version. Is it bad for them to know that? Maybe. And then UL or something is like unsigned long. That's for the Steam ID because it's an unsigned long. It's like or other way to say it is a 64-bit number that's an integer. There's other ways to say it. Okay, LU, sorry. Almost right. I'm getting gooder at C++. I could represent 64-bit numbers and strings every day now after today's lesson. So we get the Steam context API. We call it like it's a daily chore, like washing the dishes, the laundry, cleaning the bathroom because of other people, and having to take out the trash. like all the fun things in life, you know, like you just repetitively love doing every day, like driving through traffic, having to deal with, never mind, say something bad here, get arrested. Yeah, because this is about CrimeWars, so I'm going to be talking about getting arrested, hiding things inside of toilet paper rolls. Like, that's one of the other things I want to do with this inventory, so you can hide items within items. Like, oh, you have a candy wrapper, so you hide your lighter there because it's trash. Imagine walking into a cell, and they're inspecting a cell full of trash. So they write them up, they lock down you guys. They're like, cool. You didn't keep most of our shit. Fucking idiots. I mean, everybody in this context that's related to that situation. But it's funny. Alright. We're on the dumbass. Steam user. You can also start, like, injecting stats into our items. Should be nice. Start voice recording. Yeah, it would be nice to get voice recording working and like put it into the items, so the actual items will record somebody's obscene, illegal language, and then later somebody could log on and listen to it. Make the NPCs items also, because if the NPCs are items, NPC user game content items for voice, well, it'll be a combination of, yeah, it's impossible. I never have time to do all this. Okay, get Steam ID, get user data folder. What the hell is that? Let's get the user data folder too. It should return a T string or a char string. We also want to get the mod folder. What did this return? Oh, we have to do this the C99 way. Increase this size. What else do we have to pass into this stupid thing? We wanted to get the other folder too. Okay. $, S, for printing out a string. User data folder. And CZ mod folder. That's the other one we want. I forget what the call was, but we'll figure it out here in a second. I think it was under context. Maybe scheming kills? I don't know. Get. Oh, come on. Damn it. The stupid Visual Studio won't activate IntelliSense if, like, it thinks something is wrong blind before. Well, that's actually a good thing. The IntelliSense should be off by default. There's good things about IntelliSense and very bad. Get current mod folder. Yeah, it's not in this. It's in Steam apps, I believe. Get app installed dir, sorry. App ID. Returns the current app ID install folder app ID folder name one. So now we have to specify the size again, and I did provide the wrong app ID, but I could fetch it from here and just plug it into there, like so. I believe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But we could take the TF2 folder and take shit from it, and from the CS whatever folder, take shit from it. It's not a good idea for the models, but for the textures, it should be completely fine. If we need to define this label, so let's first instantiate it or something. Put it somewhere, set its bounds. We'll call it game info. We'll set its bounds to like, I want it to be above this button. So we'll set it to the same position except at 120. And we'll make it like long. Let's set this. Well, we only have 30, yeah. So let's like set this to like 512. It should be a percentage, should be a lot better if VGUI was like not like pixel, or it was also float oriented. It could be changed somehow. Okay, now we need to just define this crap. Alright, let's just compile it, see if all our stupid Steam like idiot calls work. Alright, we got the same error somehow. I don't know how it failed. It keeps getting this dumb error whenever something fails. I don't understand how that's happening. I know why. There's a semicolon missing at the end of this crazy ass. The good thing about a recommendation when writing these formatting, do this please. It'll save you from what I just suffered from. A apocalypse of one line code, where like 10 skyscrapers collapse on you, and you're just like, oh, why did some like mosquito bite me? You can't figure it out. But you just like caused to happen. Okay. So with this, we'll know our app ID. Will we be able to change our app ID while we run the game? We could try it. Just C++, set it to public and set it to wherever you want. Steam won't care. It actually kind of won't. It's funny. I've tried to set it to like TF2 inside of Spacebar and just see like, oh, what happens when I run this? Because you pull up Steam, open your friends thing. I don't know. Oh God, Steam is broken. That's probably why it's not working. Let's hit inventory. Let's say, okay, it says all these crazy numbers. That's my Steam ID. So that's right. We positioned it wrong. This model 2.0 thing is in the way. You need to position it up. Get items won't work because what's our Steam ID? App ID 17413. Oh no, that's our build ID, right? Oh, this is gonna be bad doing this. Let's just do this. It's good to have these like padding and control variable things, but yeah, okay. Can we increase font size? Can we make our text look like cooler? I know you can with shaders. Set text size. How do you change the size? I don't know how to do it. Oh crap, I'm an idiot. Set size. It's not set size. Set size sets the bounds. It's not the same thing. It's not the text size. It's the actual panel size. You search all your big code base, source SDK, and you see where the next set text. Somebody actually sets the size. So now. Blah blah blah. Let's try to steal the code. Set draw text font. Okay, that's how you set the font of the surface. You actually have to write your own font drawer. It's kind of like a font drawer. Set text position. Set draw Unicode string. They might have to write CZ font logo. Maybe it has to be done through the font. CZ logo font. HUD credits. Text color. How do you set the color? Oh wow, this is garbage. So you would have to set text font, if I remember correctly. You can't just be like text size equals whatever you want. It's more complicated than that. Alright, let's go look at the text class then. If I compile this, I should get an error and it'll just take them back to the other file. Alright, label class. get set text, get text, align, set enable, set foreground color, set, yeah, foreground color. Set it, I wanted to set it to red. Let's just do something. I've been just like remembering VGUI. It's like, oh, memory spasm. Total recall. Die. What I really should do. Let's change app ID. Going to here. Going to game info. Now if I change, I don't believe it's this app ID that I have to change. Let's go into the other project. Fuck. Maybe I have to change steam.inf. There's like 2 app IDs this stupid thing uses. It's like stupid. I think I got it right for the playtest. So let's see. What the fuck is Steam doing? Oh, I do need to restart it. That would be a good initial step. Yeah, it's set to this crap. It's not set to source SDK. Interesting. Okay. Let's go check out Steamworks. Steamworks. Is it this one? Early edition is waiting your response. Select my fellowship. Yeah, next available. I wish I had time to play all these cool games. Like, just get drunk and just play this crap. And all this shit. Look at this Lego Star Wars. I have it installed on my phone. I can't even open it. I can open it, but it's on the iPhone 14. Alright. So when you join a game, it should like say that you're playing a game. Or something. So let's see. Let's like lower that like that. Okay. Pretend you didn't see all that crap. whatever. Let's see, what app ID is it? What's the game name? It labels me under, okay, it labels me under a source SDK really, even though it knows I'm changing my game name. So when I get into the game, what? So let's try that again. I think I fucked something up. That's okay though. Never using sources to kid, yeah, messed up my life. Okay. Try to get through this. All asserts. Alright, Steam inventory. Oh. So, did it get a valid pointer? Just kind of look at the last pointer that it got from this. And you can kind of tell. Because, see how it says 189B0B90? That's kind of like close to 196B0C00. And close to 996. So we know we got a valid pointer. And last time we called it, it did return nothing, but it did work. Returns failing. Okay, and it calls this again, I guess? Why? There's two. Okay, so this is because it calls it also in HTML. Alright, and then UI starts pumping up. Yada yada yada. Schmiggly, Schmiggle. CSS, PHP. Shaders. Okay. I did it boo-boo. That's fine. Alright, where did I do it? That's Team Fortress 2, that's correct. That's my local user data folder, that's correct. Build app ID, that's the app ID. Last time it worked. Okay, uno, dos, okay. So, formatting error, I forgot another %s because there's two strings back here. So this accounts for the D, this accounts for the other D, this accounts for the LU, the llama unsigned, and this is string. So I'm fascinated that it crashes. Anyway, it's safe crashes. I don't know. It says safe, like this. Whether or not it's really safe, it's probably less shittier than the other one. If that makes any sense. It's just shittier in some other dimension. Like sprintf, when you fuck it up, when somebody injects it, tries to do a buffer overrun into it, whatever. It's gonna be bad. Because there's this Leah. It's a assembly instruction for loading strings, so you could quick load your process and them into memory, load them into memory, and this Intel instruction. It probably is. It's so common, and probably ARM has it too. But Leah will allow you to do magic things, like load a lot of string data into the memory. And it's probably a part of str copy, our favorite strings, str, string compare, stri, comp, string compare, sprintf, printf, all the string manipulators that do all the string magic. And it's like, how do I compare two strings? That's the first thing people want to do in programming. String manipulation. Construct strings, concatenate, str cat. And it's like, You have to have those like on the tip of your keyboard fingers. strcat, strcopy, and then it's printf, because strcopy can do what printf can do, but printf does it all in one call. str to compare, stri could compare to compare in case sensitive. Same length. And then there's more variations of all those. But those are kind of the, I'm forgetting probably one of them. What happened here? Let's just see what the debugger says. Damn it. I don't care. Cycle. Alright. Alright. The next thing we have to do is change, it's like, damn it, I want to go take a break, is change the app ID. Which I should have done just to speed this up. But that just destroys the anxious failure excitement. What if this fails? Like it's been showing some signs of progressive inspiration or something. Fuck. Oh, sorry. Natural reaction to debugging for no apparent reason. Alright, build app ID, build ID, user ID, and then it fucking cuts all this shit off. Damn it. And it didn't set my stupid text to the right color. I hate it. With passion. And then source SDK Steam ID doesn't have any items. Yeah, I'm playing Source SDK based multiplayer, not CrimeWars. Alright, let's make it play CrimeWars, I guess. So this will result in 0, so it won't work. Didn't get any items. We need to make this longer. So let's set the string longer. We might as well practice our formatting skills here. Alright, so it is at these coordinates. Sorry, it's this label. Did we ever set bounds to this label? Yeah, we do. I don't know why we do it up here. It's 512. At 100, it starts at 100, so whatever the width is, minus 100. Just like maximum. We should set it to like, let's set the Y to 60 just to see what happens. Okay, and then we'll set the app ID too. We'll just do two things at once because the stupid formatting, it's like re-stupid or something. To be politically stupider. Alright, let's set our app ID. I think it's this one, right? Is this what Steam said? I don't care what Steam said. Inventory. Yeah, 3. Yeah, it's this. Plug in your Steam ID here. This is the most magical part. See if this works. Alright. Did we copy the file? Maybe I did, but like, I don't even remember. So I've done it so many times in my life. entire life has been copying the client and server DLL files and source SDK. I don't know why. Why couldn't I just automate this somehow and still not be running a Half-Life 2 mod? Okay. Then, if we execute, let's just execute. Don't even run the debugger. Just kill. Did we crash? Oh my god, we crashed. Why? It's such a disappointment. Oh, that's cool though. I'm disappointed now. Die. This dumpster full of garbage just landed in my face and I ended up with a landfill burning alive. And I was like, the worst thing that could happen is turds will just be with lava mixed together and my body merging with it. And then that happened too, just to piss me off. Like, why did it crash? It's probably something to do with formatting. No, we passed the formatting code, did we? No, we should hit it here in a second. Show panel. We're gonna die. No idea why it crashed, and it runs in debug, but it doesn't run in non-debug. That's always very bad. Alright, so we have our app ID loaded, 3584410. We can't press on get items because I put the stupid thing over the other thing. Oh my god. This is so hard. We should have put this on a new line. Let's see if we could do both those things. And it pisses me off that it did not run without the debugger. And allow debug is set to allow. Alright. We'll set this to 90. We have to increment by 90 for the button. We should set new line here, new line here. I don't know if it's gonna work, new line, but it doesn't really matter for us. Set foreground color. I don't know why this stupid set foreground color doesn't work. Whatever, if that fails, I don't care. Plus 90, 240. Hopefully it won't be over the back button, but it shouldn't be. Okay. I really want to know why I crashed. So annoying. Garbage. So we attempt to hope that we have to not run this always in debug mode in order to play it. That would really suck. It is a debug build. We could try to do release DLLs and just to see how this works. That would be smart. Like the crash is right here, right? Why? My assumption it's because Steam API. It's some sort of security garbage. But what app does it say I'm playing? Yeah, CrimeWars source playtest. So it reads my app ID, but it doesn't have the other shit mounted. So it's missing content. Is that why? There should be a difference in the output, basically. But it crashes, right? No. That's weird. This time it didn't crash, which is bad, because how do you replicate that? Alright, Steam loaded. Like, what the fuck? I get items. Didn't get shit. Fuck. Well, the new line thing kind of worked. Kind of. We don't see the TFT directory. I have to run it in debugger. This is shit. Why didn't it work? This app ID does have shit in it, though. They just don't want us to do this, do they? Can't be a source SDK game with fucking items. You have to use fucking your own server with, and then re-implement chrono buff, serializer object, do all that crap. Make an ECS system out of garbage templates thing. Alright, inventory. I bet it just returns 0. That's my wild guess. Okay, why are we getting garbage in here? So there is a problem because it's returning a wide, and when it does this safe sprintf, it's probably this formatting that's fucking it up when it crashes. Yeah, it's 0. Like, in result 3. Okay. Alright, let's try this. Can we do this? Every time load item definition triggers automatic load and refresh of item definitions. New item definitions are available, e.g. dynamic addition of new item text while players are still in game. That's cool though. But I don't think we need to call this. We could for fun. Yeah, get all items. Captures entire state of current user Steam inventory. Oh, state of current user Steam inventory. You must call destroy the result. Get all items. Captures entire state of current Steam user inventory. You must call. We need to get like the get result items. So do we need to drop an item? Get item definition. It returns a set of all defined item definitions which are defined in Steam work configuration, not necessarily contiguous images. Contiguous images. Okay. So it's just a sequence of images. I should have this already working. It's like it's calling the wrong method over there. It's calling the yeah, here it is. Here's the load item definitions function. Yeah, so I remember it was a little more complicated. I didn't want to mention that. See how it double loops into itself? Well, kind of. It has to loop through this, and it has to loop through this, and it's this. Yeah, because there's a for loop, and inside the for loop is a while loop. So there's two fingers. So let's just load this method up. It's because the user doesn't own any items. That's why that call is not working. It is working, it's just not, I don't have any items yet. I would have to add them through, I could make a drop button and drop them on myself. But I don't think we're supposed to do that on the client. We could do it though. We could drop promotional items on ourselves. Like try to complete a map. And we'll just fix this up real quick. And this is how you do it. You load the definitions like we tried to call over there. Then you have to call get item definitions, which gets your item defs. Then that result you pass it into another thing. You pass it into again item definitions IDs because you need to get the actual IDs. Because first it gives you the number. If you pass a null into the structure the first time, you just get the number. With the number, you can allocate how many you need, so you could use the new keyword to do proper memory allocation. Then, once you've gotten those IDs within the allocated structure of Steam item def underscore key, you pass it into a for loop with the number of items get set, and then you could loop through them in the for loop and get their name, get their type, other shit. Other shit will inceptionally require you to do another loop somewhere. Then you have to call get item definition property for the properties. You can call a loop later for all the properties within that property. Be like, oh, just give me all the properties of the item, and first you call it with a null again in the struct. Here it is a char, so we know how long to allocate the char. First we get the length, then we allocate it, then we actually get it inside that structure so we could allocate it. So we have to call it twice, because first we get the length, then we get the contents. But we need to know the length before we get the contents so we can allocate and put it somewhere. And then we could deallocate at the end. I should be calling delete on some of these structures, but I have nowhere to put them yet. I have to put them in like a list or something. So once we get this, we have to change all these debug output to at least def message to have some sort of notification that something is working. Beautiful. What have I created? It's the, okay, we want just a little bit of here. We'll keep the name spacebar here for fun. Later I'll get annoyed by it and change it to CrimeWars or whatever. Okay, let's get another item. Get item depths button. It's kind of strange to actually get the items. It's because I did it already on the other one and we couldn't compile it and just figure that out, which actually saved some time in a way. It really made me confused and wanted to fix that, but whatever. Item depths. And when, well, first we need to set this button up. We can set it bound. Let's set it to 300. Where it's at. When this command is executed, get item depths, we will execute that function. On command, else if, get item depths, space, or load item definitions. I don't need those spaces, but whatever. It'll just look awkward. That's how I'll know what that means in console like that. Okay, no build object generated. No! Some garbage ass error. No, what the fuck? Why? Fuck. This 4 right here is so stupid. Because it should be set to like 0 or nothing or -1. And how Visual Studio is giving me errors today and yesterday, I'm really mad. Because it's not telling me what the actual problem is here. It's telling me some bullshit answer like, oh, maybe I did have, okay, this is okay, this is okay, what's not okay? Shit, fuck, damn it. Cool. Get item definition IDs. Let me fucking suppress this fucking shit. Damn it. Just to reference it. Then this one is not referenced either. No object file is being generated. Accept some of the printfs here. Oh, we can't. We would need to format in order to add a freaking majig. Well, we actually can just do this without having to format. We can just go like this. Might be formatted already, but for no, it's got a new line thing. It's already formatted. Alright, it's probably going to give us the same error for every bool that exists in this thing. There's a way to suppress this warning. And ignoring the warning because it's proper showing etiquette. I mean, proper coding etiquette. Fucking shit. Proper garbage recycling. Because the dev message will not show up on client. It doesn't get really deprecated for release, but it's possible to do that, I think. You could have like dev message 2, which I should actually use. I should like create a little custom tool. A few custom tools that I've noticed over the time of what like the pitfalls of Source SDK are. Like you cut all this shit, but like so this shit gets in the way. So you need like little tools, like just to get the shit out of the way. But you actually need to go through it all before you actually realize what they are and learn some other kind of programming. To have like two different senses, like two different brains. Like, okay, this brain's I'm now telling this brain, hey, we can make these tools. Cool. Fix all this shit and then be able to code this again. And just like piled up a bunch of garbage on top of myself. Can't get out. I don't know why that's crashing. Oh, it's because of that stupid sprintf. We really need to fix it. Or at least, let's see. If we'll do this, we'll just like fuck. I get like super drunk. I'm just getting arrested. Who cares? See if that helps not crash. What it needs to be is it actually it's two different things if it's Linux or Windows. Why is this button up here? Fuck. Bad. Should at least give us something. Oh, there it is. So we own, I mean, we don't own, but there's props junk. So there we did it. It looks really ghetto, but you saw the kind of 2-day hassle I had to pull through out of the butt. But for some reason, the first time I clicked that didn't work. Because you gotta load the item defs, I believe. You gotta call that one thing, wait for the callback, and then call this. Fuck. So that would be the next step. And the other step would be to import some icons to match these IDs. There's another way. There's also an image downloader I made. You could download the image and generate the VTFs on the fly. And the VTMs. So you just create the material shaders. Damn it. Okay. So that's good. I can't believe I'm seeing that inside of Source SDK right now. That's really cool. And we could go back to our fake server browser, join our fake server. Let's just load a map thing. Let's take a break. No legitimate streamers here. Cool.